I'm the best fighter in the world. And it's not that if I'm gonna win the belt, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna knock him out in the first round. They always used to be like this, but after the fight, you know what's happened.
Welcome back to Fight Grid. Let's get right into it. Ilia Topuria has finally broken his silence on his UFC future, and the reason behind his extended absence is far more serious than anyone expected. Over the past few weeks, speculation has been swirling around when the lightweight champion would return, especially after the UFC announced Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for an interim title at UFC 324. Many assumed Topuria was being lined up for the UFC's first major Paramount Plus card, given his star power and momentum, but that never materialized. Speaking recently with Carlos Contreras-Legaspi, Topuria addressed the situation directly. He confirmed that personal issues are the reason for the delay, saying he doesn't have a clear timeline for when things will be resolved. According to Ilia, his priority right now is his family, his children, and protecting their well-being. He made it clear that once everything is settled, he plans to return and give fans the performances they expect from him.
You said you were going to knock out Charles and become a two-division champion. Does it feel the way you thought it would feel?
It feels much better.
Because of how you did it?
Because I already did it, and it's in the past. And I don't know, it feels much better.
Topuria was also asked whether he plans to attend UFC 324 in Las Vegas. He said discussions are ongoing and that the decision hasn't been finalized yet, though he hopes to be there. Because it now appears unlikely that Topuria will fight in the first quarter of 2026, questions have started to surface about whether he could be forced to vacate the belt. Even Paddy Pimblett weighed in on the situation during his own interview, acknowledging that Ilia is dealing with serious family matters and wishing him well. When that message was relayed back to Topuria, the champ responded respectfully. He praised Pimblett as an entertaining fighter and said that while they'll settle things in the octagon eventually, he believes Paddy understands the importance of family. For now, tensions between the two appear to have cooled, but that could change quickly if Pimblett wins the interim belt. As for the UFC booking Gaethje versus Pimblett for an interim title, Topuria said he fully supports the decision. He revealed that the UFC kept him informed throughout the process and understood he couldn't compete in January.
I started fighting in the bantamweight division.
Really?
Yeah, before the UFC, like in Cage Warriors, when I was fighting in the Cage Warriors, I actually missed the weight also when I was fighting for the belt. I was fighting at that time in the bantamweight division. Then I kept fighting in the featherweight, and now I'm in the lightweight. I hope I don't end up fighting in the welterweight.
According to Ilia, both Gaethje and Pimblett deserve the opportunity, and this is the closest either has come to holding undisputed gold. Topuria was also asked about a potential fight with Justin Gaethje, possibly at the rumored White House card if Gaethje wins at UFC 324. Ilia didn't rule it out. He said he accepts whatever path unfolds and admitted that a fight with Gaethje on such a stage would be extremely exciting. Still, he hinted that the UFC already has plans in motion that may not include that matchup. And then came the bombshell. Ilia Topuria revealed that he is currently being blackmailed over shocking allegations. In a lengthy social media statement, Topuria claimed that someone attempted to extort him by threatening to spread false domestic violence accusations unless financial demands were met. Ilia stated that these allegations are completely fabricated and that extensive evidence has already been submitted to judicial authorities, including recordings, written communications, witness testimony, and video material.
Where does that combination rank among the combinations you threw? You know, because you hit him with those two punches, and I think Rogan said you were in the octagon. He was out with after the right hand.
I want to understand your question.
Is that the best combination you've ever thrown, do you think, in competition?
I have better combinations.
You have?
Yeah, I have, but they have to stay inside the octagon with me a little bit more time.
Okay.
Maybe in the future you see them.
According to Topuria, his initial silence was meant to protect his children, but he ultimately decided that remaining quiet only allowed false narratives to spread. He emphasized that he has never engaged in violence and that his life and career have always been guided by discipline and integrity. Ilia confirmed that legal action is underway and said he will not comment further out of respect for his family and the ongoing case. Now switching gears, could Tom Aspinall and Francis Ngannou meet? Not in MMA, but in boxing. Francis Ngannou has made it clear he wants to continue boxing despite his devastating knockout loss to Anthony Joshua in 2024. With his PFL contract allowing crossover bouts, many believe Ngannou will return to the ring. Recently, Tom Aspinall was asked about boxing while spending time with Tommy Fury. While Aspinall dismissed the idea of chasing boxing titles, he admitted that big-name crossover fights interest him. He said he wouldn't mind boxing another MMA fighter and specifically mentioned Ngannou as a potential opponent. That said, Aspinall also acknowledged that his priority remains the UFC and that he still has unfinished business inside the octagon.
You and Ngannou, for me, that right now is the fight to make.
I'm not sure on his circumstances. I know that he didn't have the best relationship with the UFC.
He's late 30s, you are in your prime. How you guys match up?
I like it. I like the fight. I think that he's very, very dangerous. But man, this is MMA. Well, you never know until you get in there, so I'll fight anybody.
Unless Dana White completely reverses his stance on Ngannou, the chances of this fight happening remain extremely slim. Ngannou has also expressed interest in boxing Deontay Wilder, while others believe a PFL matchup with Vadim Nemkov could come next. Now for some quick UFC updates. Macy Chiasson is set to face Aylan Perez at the UFC's Mexico card on February 28th. Chiasson is looking to snap a skid after losses to Ketlin Vieira and Mayra Bueno Silva, while Perez enters on a 5-fight win streak. John Matsumoto will take on Farid Basharat at the UFC Vegas card on February 7th. Matsumoto rebounded with a split decision win over Miles Johns, while Basharat improved to 14-0 with a victory over Chris Gutierrez. That same card will feature a major flyweight bout between Amir Albazi and Kyoji Horiguchi. Albazi is returning after back-to-back losses, while Horiguchi is riding a 7-fight unbeaten streak after his return to the UFC. Ryan Spann is also set to face Rizvan Kuniev on that card. Spann is coming off a guillotine submission win, while Kuniev looks to rebound after a close loss to Curtis Blades. Henry Cejudo believes Kamaru Usman could give Islam Makhachev a serious challenge if they ever meet. Cejudo cited Usman's wrestling defense, power, and experience, while acknowledging that Islam would still be the favorite. Despite Usman's recent record, Cejudo insists the former welterweight champ shouldn't be counted out. Brandon Royval has issued an update following his knockout loss to Manel Kape, confirming that his health is okay and that he plans to fight again soon. Meanwhile, Cape has his sights set on flyweight champion Joshua Van, who responded quickly online, making it clear he's ready to run it. And that's where we'll wrap things up. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on notifications, and we'll see you back here tomorrow on Fight Grid.